Well, if you switch your car off...
If I switch my car off, I might be able to...
Look at this, look at this. He's always shouting at me for my diesel. And there,
it's a
cardinal mistake.
It's a quiet petrol engine, and...
What's the first thing you taught me, Andrew?
Turn off your engine, because I'm freaking filming.
Well, good morning. It is the morning of day 3. Andrew and Gwyn are still safely tucked in their tent over there. And if I know Andrew as well as I think I know him, this will be the beginning of his next episode. I think the footage that we've got thus far will create one episode, and, well, the episode that you've just watched, if I'm wrong, you'll be hearing me doing a voiceover and apologizing. We're going to take Andrew and Gwyn through to Wadi Hilo. We are going to be enjoying the ancient ruins over there as well as the fort. From there we're going to head off to the desert, and we're going to be picking a camp spot to spend the night, because we've got a special day the day after that. Get some brekkie going, feed the troops, and get them packed, hit the tracks, and we'll give you some more behind footage as we go. And remember, at the end of the show, we'll be sitting around the campfire and listening to what Andrew has to say about the day and a couple of quick questions.
Depends what vehicle I'm driving. I've got a vehicle with lots and lots of power dunes.
And the search has begun for the infamous morning blog by ASPW. And now it's an argument about who's filming who first. I tell you, can't win with this guy. Never mind, watch the show. By now, you must be asking the question. I did not see Andrew's infamous morning talk to camera in the show. Well, you would be correct. Having too much footage is never a bad thing. And if you can say the same thing at a better spot down the track, record it again, versus not recording at all. We live in such a unique country where we do not have to book any camp spots in advance or get any special permission to go to any camp spot. It's basically, the desert is our playground, and we hardly ever set any deadlines or fixed times that we need to get to A point B in any of our trips. This, however, is a unique situation because we got something to show Gwyn and Andrew tomorrow night. So we have to press on, and decided the best way to show you Hilo Fort was aerial footage and then move on.
You guys off to fly the drone?
We're going to do the drone. Andrew's going to take the drone, and I'm going to stick you just a little bit higher than telephone poles. Right, you're standing in the shade, yeah?
Where are you?
This is facing that way, and the gimbal is straight on right now, right? So where you're flying at is straight up. Hey, come on Andrew, your footage is great. Let's move on, I've got something awesome to show you. We need to go and find a camp spot. I really enjoy our time getting to a camp spot, setting up the camp spot, making sure that Andrew's got the evening footage before we can relax and enjoy the evening and catch up. We really don't have much time to speak during the day while filming. Enjoy the behind the scenes.
And if it's dusty, drive it. That's our slogan.
That's your slogan. Dusty drive. There's no dust. Why are we here? There's no dust.
You're not driving fast enough.
I told you your driving style changed a bit different from mine. Can I just ask nobody to walk up the dunes
Yes, no.
between
All of
on
it.
that bit?
Yeah.
Because the shots with the tent and everything with that thing as it goes red, it'd be nice if there were no
Rock and roll.
footprints on it.
Easy. Easy, easy.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, come do your talk to camera, please. Before I'm in trouble. I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Don't stare at me now.
Yes. Okay, so let's go and set up camp first and then I'll have a talk to camera.
Do it now. What did you do just now? What were you discussing?
Andrew was speaking to me, and then speaking to himself, and then he was speaking to me. No, we'll have a talk to camera just now. For those of you who watch my channel, Graham features quite regularly on the show, and is the guy that was crazy enough to travel through Africa in a Series 3 Land Rover. Our schedule was tight on this particular day, so I called in the support crew, as Andrew mentioned in the show. Right, so as you might know, here in Dubai, the guys are, well, we're actually so spoiled that you phone up and they deliver fuel to your house. I'm in the middle of the desert over here, and I'm getting wood, water, Jubilee clips, a tent, all delivered.
The best thing is he hasn't had the invoice yet.
Send it to somebody that cares. Thank you so much, mate.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
4:45 start this morning, absolutely freezing, on the back of a Series 2 Land Rover right now, going into Platinum Heritage. So Andrew and Gwyn are in the vehicle behind us, and we're going to go and look for some animals this morning, and we'll track what happens from there. I was privileged enough to see the footage that Andrew took this morning, and in 15 minutes this incredible human being managed to pull it off. I'm sure you'll agree that this is some of the best footage he has done in all time. Watch the madness.
We need to do it really as fast as we possibly can. Okay, I'm just looking for another foreground. Cars or something, because that foreground's not really looking. The weather lights coming through the Land Rover.
Oh, nice.
It's a work of art.
Beautiful. Blessed we are.
Worth the early wake up.
Just look back at me, Andrew.
That was hilarious.
And he still got time for some humor.
Okay. That camera.
Yes, sir.
Let's do, yes, absolutely. And you get wide shots. Drivers in the vehicle.
Awesome morning, Platinum Heritage. I tell you what, animals put on a show. Andrew and Gwyn behind us over there in the green heritage colour, and it's all shaky over here. But yes, from here, hitting the Falcon show, we'll see what else these lovely people have got to offer us.
Roll it.
So yeah, basically this is the Emirati traditional breakfast. This is called full madamas. So normally you would eat it along with different ingredients. So
I get incredibly shaky when I'm holding Andrew's camera because I know that he is so meticulous about his footage that it has to be good. So it's like, and it's taken almost an hour to get the breakfast ready. So we've taken a couple of shots, and I think we got it tied down perfect for the show. The longest it's ever taken me to get breakfast. But we'll get some now. Quickly, let's go. As it is in any production, the stars get to eat first, and the crew work tirelessly filming them while they eat. Eventually, Adrianette and I managed to get a meal in. What a fantastic day we've had. It's time for Andrew's campfire chat, and this is where we're going to leave the behind the scenes of the show. However, I do have an exclusive with Andrew in our part 3 of this series, which will air next Wednesday. For our Patreon supporters, obviously you get to see it first. So watch next week's show, chatting with Andrew on how he captures the different scenes in the two-part series that he put together. Hope you enjoyed the show and enjoy our chat around the campfire.
Right, it's that time. It's sitting around the campfire. It's been an absolutely exhausting day today, hasn't it?
Yeah.
4:45 this morning.
4:45 this morning on the Land Rovers by about 5:30. No, even before 5:30.
6 o'clock we met them. Yes, sorry,
Right.
6 o'clock we met them.
Yeah. And 3 hours with them, then back on the road.
300 k's today.
Yeah.
300 kilometers today, and it's unheard of if you're filming a show like this, because trying to do 300 k's and do filming, and as much filming as you've done today.
Oh, it was a good day
Long
though.
day.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
Good day.
Right, so let's get to a couple of questions for you, mister.
Yes.
Okay, so first question. Favorite terrain? Dune, sand, or beach, or mud, or rock?
Definitely not beach.
Yeah?
Not big on beach driving.
Okay.
I don't know why, but mainly because I'm always concerned about, if you do get stuck on a beach and you haven't calculated the tide, you can get yourself into trouble. I'm always thinking about the salt water because I look after my vehicle, so not big on beaches. Absolutely love dune driving.
Yes.
And mud driving. All of the awards that I won when I did some competition driving, I only ever won it when the mud was sometimes so bad some of the entrants couldn't even get to the start line.
Okay.
And then so I like mud. I enjoy driving in mud. I don't enjoy recovering from mud, but I enjoy driving in mud.
And then the rock crawling side, rocks?
Rock crawling's good, but just rocks for the sake of rocks, after a couple of hours, it's just, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. I don't dislike
okay, so I take it from there, dune and mud.
Yeah.
So now it's dune versus mud.
Both.
I've
Whatever.
got to put you on this. All right, fine.
Depends what vehicle I'm driving. I've got a vehicle with lots and lots of power, dunes.
Yeah.
Not so much power, mud.
Yeah, you got to work. You got to work really hard. Yeah. Okay, next question. Best camping spot you've camped in, and then best camping spot you've camped in and filmed.
Well, sure, boy, oh boy. Now you're asking.
You got to go back into that memory bank now.
The amount of campsites that I've had where it's been absolutely just gobsmackingly beautiful, and the reason why I do this are those campsites, and there are a dozen of them, and I'm just trying to dredge up my mind now. Cinematella in the Hwange National Park, my favourite place in the entire globe, South Island, Makati Salt Pans.
Yes.
That isn't a campsite, that is just a really difficult to get to place, but once there it is just an astonishing place. Middle of Botswana. Where else? I'm trying to think. Guinea? I'm trying to think.
I thought you were going to go with there was one spot that you camped with Kate.
Or on the Orange River?
Oh, no, it was a riverbed.
Luangwa.
It was at the
South
Langwa.
Unbelievably amazing. We just sat there. We woke up in the morning and there were elephants came down. We were sitting having breakfast. Elephants came around. The giraffe came along. Puku came along. It was just fantastic. Warthog almost ran between us and the car. It was fantastic.
That was an amazing
But that was
trip.
not so much a campsite as it's getting late. We need to find somewhere we can hide off the road. We dropped down to the riverbed. We drove along the riverbed for a very short distance, and there was this beautiful tree, and we sat there.
But you do find a lot of places like that, and when you press for time, you choose a spot, and the next morning it reveals that you're lucky stars that you've chosen a phenomenal spot that you actually want to spend an entire day at. It's happened to us a lot.
Yeah, one of my favourite campsites in Africa is South Luangwa, a place called Crockview, also on the South Luangwa. We've stayed there about 2 nights later during that trip. And it's the kind of place you just want to chill. Just chill. But that is a proper campsite.
Yes. Yeah. You don't get chased or eaten by lions at those campsites, right?
No, but we did have hippo walking through in the middle of the night, which was concerning. We had to look after ourselves.
If you haven't watched the show, go and watch Andrew's show. And there's a story about a lion in Botswana, was it?
In the Kutsi Game Reserve
Reserve.
in southern Kalahari.
That's right.
Yes.
You and the lion on your own, nobody else.
Yeah.
Go and watch that. Go and look it up. Right, let's go on to the second to last question for the night. Right, so on the bucket list, right? Which continent? One question, and on the bucket list, which country?
Iceland
Yeah.
is probably the top of my bucket list.
Okay.
Argentina, definitely on the bucket list. Madagascar.
Oh yes.
Those three are on the top of my bucket list.
Oh yes. I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Of those three, if I think about it, which I think probably Madagascar probably is on top. Probably Madagascar, Iceland, Argentina, I guess. But Argentina, I don't want to just do Argentina. I want to go down to Tierra del Fuego. Are you getting cooked there?
I am almost getting cooked.
The
wind has just changed.
Yes, it's now singeing your knees.
I'll change my legs around.
That
pain for the viewers.
Yes, yes, all in the cause of art.
Yes.
Down at Ushuaia and down at the Tierra del Fuego, the furthest, most southerly point of the South American continent.
And then also hook over to Chile. You know, you zigzag.
Oh
it.
Absolutely. That whole.
Yeah.
You know, Peru, Chile.
So then
Argentina.
I'll take your answer as South America as a continent, and I'll take Madagascar and Iceland as countries on your bucket list.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy
and
as that.
Actually, Tasmania is also on that list. It's probably number 4 though. But
Tasmania is close to home, right? So
probably going to
that's
do
a lot
that next
easier.
year, and probably going to do Morocco next year.
Yes. Very
It's also
exciting.
been on my bucket list for a while. Not
Very
right
exciting.
at the top, but it's there. I'm probably doing something in Morocco next year.
Do it at the same time. So we do another show on your way through to Morocco. We do another show here, or in Oman.
I'm definitely coming back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is now going to be a regular for me.
Right. Final question of the day. Highlight of the day.
That is actually quite easy. As we were going over the dunes and we were waiting for the sun to come up, we were in the Land Rovers, and I yelled to the guy, stop, 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 because I could see that we had seconds before the sun. And I jumped off, and I wasn't sure how I was going to capture the Land Rovers in the sun, and then I could see the windscreens. They were covered in dew.
Yeah.
And the old Land Rover split windscreen is made out of a steel frame, which is galvanized, and it was covered in dew, and I shot the sunrise through the windscreen of the old Land Rover. And that was just it's just a beautiful image, you know, so that probably was the highlight of my day.
Are we going to see it?
Okay, and here it is.
Yeah, and it was an absolutely fantastic morning. I mean, everything the dew was so thick in the morning, so the desert was just shining, sun coming up, hot air balloons, and the oryx were so well behaved. They were just standing there waiting.
They were almost tame. They were almost tame. Yeah. I got a lovely shot, and here it is, of the 2 oryx and the 2 balloons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hectic morning.
Very busy morning, but it was really good. Very, very good. And then we had a nice breakfast and worked with the birds a bit, the birds of prey. It was a great morning. Really, really good morning.
Well, it was an absolute honour spending that 15 minutes that it takes for the sun to peak out and until it becomes... It's still beautiful, don't get me wrong, but that first 15 minutes that it gets out, an absolute honour spending it with a pro like you, getting around like you did, and the amount of footage that you got out of that. And if you haven't watched Andrew's show, which is about this, go and watch it right now and have a look at that. It's absolutely insane what we saw today. So hopefully in the editing room it has come out. We're preempting it right now. We're sitting here the same day, but
I know it'll be good. But how it's going to be put together, that's that'll come to me in the edit suite, and that's actually, funnily enough, the part that I enjoy the most, because I used to do that professionally for television.
Correct.
And, you know, so it's the part that is part of me. So that'll be good. That'll be fun.
A ton of footage.
Yeah, lots of good footage.
Ton of footage.
And here we are right now in the dunes. Nobody for miles around.
Yeah.
Not a sound. Fantastic. I love campsites like this. There's just nobody anywhere. It's just a moon. That's it. Nothing else. Us and the moon. It's really cool.
Well, there you guys have it.
Right. Thank you.
Questions done. And
Subscribe to his channel. Now, if you haven't, why not? If you enjoyed the video, subscribe. What have you got to lose?
if you don't know who he is, subscribe to his channel.
Yes, get on with it. Come on then. Don't just sit
Go
there.
on then.